Okay. Who here has not played Honkai Star Rail? You're in for a rough time. So, and who here is here with your friend's background and says Honkai Fantastic? Okay,
Your friend's dragon. Your friend's dragon. You just hold
you
dragon.
guys, put your hand down. You don't count. Okay, so we can get started with the panelist presentation. So that means again, alright, hi, I'm Azu Azrimi. I'm the next committee. Battle not caused battle loss because I have the terrible habit of writing everything I see. I say written on the map, I am going to have that dot. And that means I lose a lot of time because I get nothing to do because I obviously have everything in the distance. They respawn. So here I am, we're back again, and then I'll go with the materials for the movie. That is nice.
Hey, hello everyone. I'm Val. I'm a Himiko main. I've basically been loving Honkai Impact, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail for years in the sense, and always love the beautiful stories, characters that we get to know all the time in the spaces. And just like Himiko, we're traveling through the stars.
I'm AJ. You can find me anywhere as AJ Fanfic. I am both a Weltman and a Welt in real life. I'm the exact opposite of Azu here. I will do anything to avoid having to fight. That is a big part of this game, you might say. Yes, and that's why I'm also an Acron main.
Yes.
Amazing. I don't know how I'm going to tell that. Hi everyone. My name is Winnie or Winnie. I can see on the slide that I've been censored. It's supposed to say join I said Iron. That's because I'm a universe singer and content creator. Unlike AJ, I am heavily into combat the game. But unlike Oz, who goes around fighting everything on the map, I like to involved in Pure Fiction, MOC, and now I'm going to have a great time in the new endgame mode too. So, yeah, I hope that you will all look forward to that as well, and to today's panel. Having us.
Okay, so our daily training, our dailies, will be talking about the story, but since you guys have already played it, we will speedrun it, so that also those who haven't played it, we don't spoil it for you, because we really want you to come join us. Star Rail and play with us. Also some gameplay, again, you guys know how it works, but you never know, you can always learn something new. World sailing and then offline events, because we tend to touch grass at the end of the day, okay? I refuse to think we are all shut in our basement, and yeah. So, some things. Spoiler warning, we will be discussing topics up to version 2.2, so cover your ears if you don't want any spoilers. Also, as a Hoyoverse content creator and actually succeed, no piece will be presented or discussed because kind of get the comic and Hoyoverse. And please, warning things before playing. Yes, there we go.
Topic of your version
I was going to say, if they ask you about the game, and you always see the warning sign, oh yeah, read all these things. So anyway, we want to get started right now. We're going to go through a nutshell of our journey so far. So you are basically I was going to say, right now you're just a lone cell basically cancer to all of the sets throughout the universe. But due to mystical character called Kafka, basically came body in a sense, along with Silver Wolf, basically causing mayhem in a certain space station in a sense, and basically making absolute devastation. So So now you are brought to life in a sense. But sadly, your quote-unquote mother figure left you in a sense. So now you get two new friends. We have Marsh and Jack in a sense. And they're basically saying, we're going to be your new friends and we're going to take you across the stars in a sense. So basically, you're fighting throughout all the antimatter legions in a sense in order to basically get out of the station until you meet Himiko that basically takes your bus in a sense. So then afterwards, you meet basically everyone in the space station in a sense, fighting everyone. You meet the staff as Asta, Aron, as well as our mystical genius, Herta in a sense. And you learn a lot more about the universe before you get bombarded by the new boss in a sense. And from that, you basically get an idea of like, what are troubles that are about you're about to encounter throughout your adventure in a sense. And then also because the universe, but we'll come back to that later. So first off, we go to the city of Melbourne in Drag 6 in a sense. So we basically go to a frosty planet in a sense, and we try to this carbon that's here, it's causing trouble. Why do we have like an internal winter planet in a sense? So you go out there, meet with a couple of characters, the Superman guards, Ronin in a sense, you get to meet good house with them until they realize, wait, how you guys are in a sense? You guys are friends in a sense. We cannot let you do that after a certain somebody basically that does all of business in a sense. So right now you got escorted by a certain familiar with Sampo in a sense. Absolutely drop that gorgeous person in a sense. He gets you, escort you to a special place called the underground in a sense. And then you see the sort of undersides of the story in a sense. You see like, oh, maybe things are not as crazy as they did on top in a sense. And you see everyone in the slums basically trying to fight in a sense, trying to survive in a sense. And you see, you meet with resistance, you meet with the wildfire, you meet Tesele, Natasha, a wonderful doctor in the sense, and you're basically trying to get help in the sense, you basically rise up in the sense, try to convince others to basically help with the problem that is present. Right now that as you go through that, you basically recruit other friends in the sense, you recruit Clara and Sarah in the robot legion in sense, and you basically try to convince them, maybe if you were actually have potential up there, you don't just be staying on the ground, you go upright. And also drag in our first story, we have Bronia, who got dragged out in sense. Has doubts at the beginning, but eventually comes to join us in sense. And Zele, after we convince everyone to join us, upright, we go to see the real the Lord is at Honkai, beat her ass, and basically we save the planet.
So, just who here, as soon as they saw Willowbot, was like, yeah. Okay, so who saw Bellabong and went, yes, this is Canada in February. So does anyone here have any like special spots in Bellabong that you like to like hang out, or their favorite story moment in Bellabong that you'd like to share with us? Please come to the mic because you are very far away and I will not hear you.
Very worth serious. Trash cans.
I was going to say, we're all friendly people in the set. This is a positive space.
Okay, yes.
So, my favorite spot in Melbourne is the orphanage building where we're going to see a lot of the conversation.
What is it? Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I'd say. What's the part of this fight?
One of my favorite spots is at Hank.
spot in the city?
Another
That's what
good
they're asking
trailer.
about favorite place. Like, what's your favorite spot in the town?
Do we have anyone cosplaying the trash can here? Because I've seen one or two trash cans walking around.
They're asking if everyone cosplays the trash.
What's the name of the trash can again?
It's just a lot of names. So it feels like you just have, it just has interesting little I pretty much search every single one.
Trash can.
So many trash cans. They all have a unique, like, angle. That's probably why. It's always a unique dialogue.
Favorite spot. Chevron's hideout, that's my favorite spot. Huh?
The favorite place to hang out is Father's office. It's directly to the donuts.
So yeah, for those that raised their hands and didn't play Star Rail, the thing with the trash can is that you can like dig through it, and the Trailblazer has an unhealthy attachment to these trash cans and need to seek therapy.
It's kind of like a
All right, so now we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the next stop on our trailblazing journey. After the express takes off from Bellevue, we head over to the Tianjin. Well, I mean, I say we head over. We're sort of called there by some interventions from our Stellar Hunter friends, enemies, frenemies, unclear. And the Luofu is the massive space station. It's a sort of China-themed nation. You can tell I'm a Genshin player. That's our second stop here. And this is the domain essentially of the hunt. The path as well as the Aeon of the hunt. And they're sort of in constant, perpetual, not so much war, but eternal pursuit of the abundance. Which seeks immortality and has spread its roots within the space station of Luofu. And as we arrive here, we find them in a stellar crisis of their own, much like Belobog was, and much like we sort of are in perpetual stellar crisis by a number of definitions. And as we will collect a number of friends there, the generals, the miners, and we run sort of parallel adventures with the Trailblazer and the friends that they've made on the official Trailblazing adventure, while Dan Hum explores some of his own past and connections to this place in a parallel adventure that I won't spoil for you, but I was very excited about as a dragon enthusiast. So together we do confront the abundance on Luofu, and I'll leave it at that. And then we're going to move on to our most recent and current location of adventure, Catacony, a former prison planet that had rebelled against its IPC, or really essentially space warfare. The space IRS, the space Amazon, maybe? Probably all of the above. A old prison colony that through the power of a connected dreamscape rebelled against their prison keepers and has created a luxury retreat, the most desirable vacation in the galaxy, explore the dreamscape, a number of constructed fantastical realities of perfect pleasure that sort of shared dreams that you fall into together, overruled by a mysterious family and an even more mysterious watchmaker who created it before vanishing after some falling out.
2.2 or 2.1.
This is, you know, the most recent, so wouldn't be surprised if everyone hasn't finished it. And the number of twists and turns that this particular adventure came with makes it pretty much impossible to summarize without overly explaining. So we'll keep that one brief as well. But it's a doozy that it's not unreasonable to want a YouTube summary of
Say summarize it briefly. Not going to talk about it much.
So with that, we're going to move on and take a step back to some of the larger concepts that govern the world, namely the AIs.
No, they're trying to keep it
Just
brief. They don't
before
want
that, I was
to
going to
so
say,
they're trying to keep it
my
brief.
experience,
Summarize.
I was going to say, who do you think that is your favorite art so far? Raise your hand. Do we have any Pentagon fans here?
This is your favorite art.
Pentagon? That's good to hear. Pentagon all has the favorite history there, and we have
Your
the
favorite
more to
art.
come. So, right now, before we go further,
Your favorite art
first of all,
of
the
the
universe
series of the
is
story.
everything that we
I'm not done
composed
yet,
is
but probably.
so basically, right now, we have these interesting deities in a sense, body figures that like compose the universe in a sense, and we call them the aeons in a sense. And they're interdimensional, high-level beings in the sense that help manifest a certain power or presence, like something that is like a distinct nature in the universe. You would have an aeon for it, be it like ferocity or destruction or a hunt in the sense. And then that would be the thing that would motivate other followers to follow the path of these aeons in the sense, to become like them in the sense, developing their natures in the sense. And we even have some that actually become even blessed by these aeons called emanators in the sense. And actually borrow a bit of their energies in the sense, and to receive that visible features in the sense. And with our story here, the story is always visualized with the aeons in the sense like how are they connecting in the sense? How does the story actually allow these aeons to be here or want the world to be like this in a sense?
I have a question for my fellow panelists this time. Any of you know what path you would choose to follow if you were to trailblaze? Personally, I would follow the path of the nihility, I think.
I was going to say, me, I don't know
enough about the
all the time
past.
of my life.
I like Marvel.
I am your support character that basically has to heal every single one of you guys to make sure that you guys do not die.
I think for me it's really obvious. The hunt.
Yeah.
The hunt, yeah, so do not try to stop me. I am the one that you need to put a child leash on to hold me back because I will take my fight off and tell you.
I would choose that too. I want to go with Galaxy. Or the Galaxy Regional Hunt. Akron of the Galaxy.
This is such an interesting question. I don't know if anyone in the audience has ever considered this or if been asked before. I personally have thought on it before, but I think, I'm more of a spontaneous person. I kind of like to live on the edge at times, so I think that puts me on track for destruction. I love it. I think that means we'd be a pretty playable team.
Destruction's not bad.
We have all almost all the class here.
I was going to say, do we have any remembrance names here? Anyone here? Hey, nice. Oh, we have some more here. Okay.
I like remembrance.
Do you have any fellow hunt names here? Ah, nice. Okay. Do we have any elation units here? We got some nice ones here.
My team's
Okay, look at the DPSs here. How about the destruction? Okay. How about mentality? I can definitely see we can very good. The abundance. And we cannot get the condition in the sense. Smartest people of them all.
Okay, so now we're going to talk a bit about the simulated universe. Oops, our text is glitched a little, but I hope you can all still read that. So simulated universe is a roguelike game mode with weekly reset rewards. I didn't know what a roguelike game was until I encountered the simulated universe because, like I said, I hate combat. So roguelike games really don't suit me. But the simulated universe I still find really fun despite that. Mostly because I think I'm a completionist and I really want to catch every single possible blessing available in it. And I think it was a really well-designed mini game within the game to keep combat new and exciting. But also, I just love the idea of it that these geniuses were like, we want to study the eons, we want to study the gods and the ruling principles of our world. How should we do that? Through philosophy, through theology, through deep contemplation? No. We're going to create a tiny simulated version of our universe on the principle that it will produce the same gods, and then we're going to put them like bugs in like a glass jar. And the trailblazer is our stick, I guess. But I think it's such a fun concept. And it's such an unhinged and fertile way to go about studying the nature of the world and the divine. And, very generous of her to give us such continually good rewards for doing so.
That's true.
But it's perfectly normal for her to be lying down suitable for more chances here and there. Just a little bit incentive for a little bit more celebrated, I would say like every good game now these days will be having more content. There's always one more content. And you ever have that feeling that like you have bugs in the game or like trying to smash it or like trying to figure a way to fix it? I was going to say that with this DLC we had tons of forms not basically not ending to die, not you beat them instead. But it at least with this new patch allowed us to expand it even more. In the sense like if you ever have the feeling like you have a game, you did really well, but let's see how far you can have to push or break the game again. And with certain builds, especially with simulated universe where you can like these things like blessing or lost innocence and how you put that on and basically modify characters, any character, be it a strong character, or a weak character, unused characters, and a whole lot of other characters. That way you have like for DLCs, you have storms and disasters that give us the masses or control domains. We got plagued by the propagation of the and it was how to establish that sense. But we also got years of gold, we had more opportunities, more events. We get that deep lore in the sense of like, oh, why is the universe like this? Why is the eons in the universe are acting like this? And like it motivates us to like seek out those stories, reach out, and also see how like all the different paths interact with each other.
So who here likes the simulated universe? Okay. Who here finds a chore to do? Gotta get yourself paid.
Still not a tourist game.
But I don't really do that. I don't do it much writing.
I mean, like, you need to do it.
All the cool engineers in the healthy. I still need to. That is very good to know because I'm not done it yet at all. I've written many horror stories of pain and suffering. Okay, so now let's get a little into the concept and mechanics of Starfield. So, who here actually started playing Starfield because of Bench and the Hoyer's meeting? Interesting. Okay, and who here started playing Starfield who has not played a Hoyer's game before at all? Interesting. Okay. So the reason why I'm asking that is just because Starro is a turn-based combat action game, and I actually do not usually play those types of, or like typical turn-based games, so I was just really curious to see who here plays Starro because, it's a flavors title versus who here, likes turn-based combat.
I'm going to interrupt for just one moment because I have a question announcement. There's an Adam Castle here. You dropped your credit card outside. You probably left that back.
Firefly banners coming up, get your credit card.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so basically putting Honkai Star Rail because it's only one of the other turn-based RPG games that I play. So basically, playing Honkai Star Rail just basically gives you the vibes of playing like dimensional RPG games. So it's mostly turn-based RPG. I'm not sure if anyone here knows favorite dimensional RPG. I know I don't know. I don't know if anyone else knows that.
This is exciting.
It gives you the vibe, like, especially if you have some cool vibes of like that should be a lot of fun.
Thank you. I don't know who else here has like one of those.
That's why. And also my friend recommended it because they played it on Honkai Impact 3. They said you'll love this too with the storyline. And I went in for Penny. I went for Penny.
How much money did you lose on the banner?
Who is your favorite?
It's very hard to say. I know it's Firefly, and I went, I'll be frank, I did a YOLO for E1 adventuring, and I don't regret it.
You gotta go together, my boy!
I thought it was something about Honkai Impact, but it said something Honkai related. It's like Honkai.
Me and I actually, my friend said there was like a dungeon crawler at the end, and now I have over 900 runs of Simulated Universe.
I'm with you there, and I'm just like around 1,000.
I think it's 1,000.
I think he's right about.
I experienced Star Rail, I like RPGs, but mainly just trains. I love trains. I pay for the trains, and I stay for the base and the story, which is kind of like Persona, the space for the base and trains.
Yeah, that's how they got you. That is really how they got you.
I started playing Star Rail and like all of tension that was real hard, and the character designs of Star Rail just flipped.
The script is really
The simulated universe I fell in love with. It's just big numbers go up every time.
I was gonna say, you gotta love those big numbers, especially you see like them all plastered all over the screen with mistakes.
So why did you start saying?
I started
thought
playing
you-
I started playing Honkai
Yeah, you could do that.
So initially I had planned to play it in a game
How do you consider games?
then with one of my friends started playing it and I jumped on as it was supposed to go. And I was thinking like it was because of the story, because of the story and all the characters. And
Yeah, and definitely, you gotta love those stories. Nice. Hey, Kimiko is good too. She's my age. She carried me all the way through
design? Huh? That's from your photo. Under graphic design, really. I like the art style and I like Audible. We should do that. Like the Audible. Like you could be lazy.
We have staff here that can help with the mic. Good. Okay.
I'm so sorry. First, I'm so sorry. Really, I have lots of shakes. First, I'm shaking.
Don't worry, we're all perfectly fine here.
I'm not exactly confident. I did get into mention first, and I did get into I started mainly because I was frustrated with the way mention she was. Please don't tell members I said that.
Or
Yeah, I've poured a lot of hours into this game. I am an aquamarine-ish. I also being played. I got a bunch of questions. Just one quick note on
Just saying you love that.
20 years in the universe and Storm Disaster. Those two DLCs in the game are fucking existence, Jesus Christ. Oh my fucking god. The amount of times I've died because of those stupid goddamn two things. Every time I take my fucking turn, Jesus Christ, fuck.
I don't know that.
It's too true. They're, unlike the regular simulated universe, they are actual in-game content.
I managed to finish 40 years like fully. I saw the 100 Jesus Christ. It's hard, but I like it. I like that it's hard.
We do need a challenge for sure.
Okay, so I started with Genshin Impact, right? And then eventually I moved on to Honkai Impact there, and I love the story of Honkai Impact there. And then because of that, I eventually also started with Star Rail. And I gotta say, Star Rail's so great. Lives up to what I say.
Honkai's had a lot of years. Honkai is the original, wait.
Yeah, it's really interesting to learn about how different people or different players got into the game for different reasons. I know some people said that, yeah, they're into turn-based games, they're into like Webers titles, they're like drawn in by the characters, so yeah, really, really cool. Oh yeah. So I was gonna, so for those who don't know, Star Rail, like there are, how should I say this? Like what's cool about Star Rail that I find is that even though it's mainly turn-based, there are some live action aspects. So I don't know how it works in other turn-based games, but you can actually change your turn order through speed. And look at some big players get really, really technical with it. They have it down to a science. I don't know if people know about I've heard of like the term speed breakpoints before, but you can actually like as long as you hit a minimum speed, you can know that like I can get one extra turn or two extra turns for this cycle. And some people they are actually very, very specific with their teams and the order that they want their characters to go into. So do what's known as speed tuning, where they will literally like down to the number. They'll like have their I hear a lot of people like talking. I feel like it's a very technical like who here is a theory crafter? Do we have any theory crafters here? Or any guide majors?
Theory crafters?
Really, is anyone here speak to
Not
their
really.
supports?
Like for the story?
No, just for like how
Oh yeah.
Basically, it's like
They're saying like there's a lot of
when you have like, let's say, okay, I'll say this character and this character together. I'll say like replace and draw you together all the time. So because
that's what they're asking.
It's Sparkle, you gotta do that with Sparkle.
That's like who likes to optimize down to the
I do. I make my Sparkle a sword and my sea like
Yeah, that's exactly
you
it.
have Bronya be like
know.
something like one. No, wait, you have Blade be 131 speed and you have Bronya be 132. That's how like specific it gets. That's how like deep into the Star of Combat you can get.
Yeah, you got slow Bronya, you got fast Bronya in a sense. But me, I prefer Rosele in a sense because Rosele's speed is life, and you don't, your enemies do not get any time at all.
That's true, yeah. I thought he was really, really, like really, really, really speedy. there's a lot of different aspects around combat that you can really focus on. And what I also find really interesting about Star Wars combat is that it has elements like in Genshin, but in Genshin, a lot of your damage comes from elemental reactions. In Star Rail, you're using elements to do more damage through shield or toughness grading. And I don't know if everyone realizes this, but every element actually has a different break effect, which means that depending on which element you're using to fully between the shield, it has a different, something different happens. Sometimes you'll do a lot of stackable damage, like electric or physical. You can cause crowd control, like delay or freezing for vice or imaginary. So yeah, that's a really, really cool aspect of the combat. Or you can just auto battle everything and not play the game.
So yeah, like she just mentioned, these we have a couple of. Sorry, thank you. We have a couple of different character attributes that are going to govern how your character performs in combat. First is every character has an elemental type. They are all elements because physical and imaginary are elements, but close enough. What is imaginary? And you can have those in any combination with a path. And between the path and the element, that's going to decide what kind of damage and like how your character plays in general. There are healer, supports, a combination of the above. That'll give you an idea of that. Every character has a trace or a bunch of traces which you can level at a sort of set price. So a fully leveled trace will always give you the same thing. And there are atoms, which are constellations. Eventually, this is what you get when you pull too many or exactly the right number if you're trying to max etalons on someone. And those will also give you a second word. So those are sort of set character attributes that will govern how your character performs. And then we're going to talk about the variable attributes of how your character performs.
What's your opinion about that?
Yes. So our first up is light cones.
Who are you running with?
So for those who don't know, all of the non-Star Wars players here, light cones are not, I feel like light cone is like an actual word, like a signature. Like in Star Rail, it's actually referring to your weapons. So we have your light cone quality or like rareness can range from 3-star to 5-star. And obviously the 5-star ones are usually better and the ones that you can look for and are available for a limited time. But the thing with light cones is that yes, because Star Wars watching most of the time the way you get your light cones is through pulling or warping. But there are some 4-star light cones that are actually really, really good that you can get for free just by doing the events in the game. You can also buy some 5-star light cones through the shop in Forgotten Hall, which I don't know what other game does that, makes 5-star stuff available through Escape currently. And then you can also buy standard 5-star light cones through the Starlight Exchange, which you get through doing polls. So yeah.
And design-wise, I have to say, I really appreciate that. Because we have light cones instead of just straight-up weapons, every character always visually appears with their own signature weapon, which is, I know with Carlachino and Genshin, a number I faced as a free-to-play have been sad about not getting her signature weapon, and so not getting all of the signature weapon effects. But in Honkai, we don't have that, because the light cones have no visual or effect on your character, they're just going to be alternate stats.
Okay, so for those who don't know, relics, I don't know who chose the artwork in the middle, but that's pretty accurate actually. So for those who don't know, relics are equivalent to your artifacts in Genshin. They are your gear in Star Rail. So each one has a different main stat. They will all of them have up to 4 substats. And because this is a gacha game, everything is RNG, and so, you know, I heard someone do it, but what that means is that when you level your relics, the substat that you get to upgrade is not up to you, it's chosen by the game, and so sometimes you end up with, or you start with something that has great potential, but turns out to garbage. So, and I think this is where, when we're grinding, this is, I think, where, maybe outside of our stellar jades, where most of our effort ends up going. Oh yeah, getting the right mix.
And a majority of people who use residences, who use their residence basically to grind for all these relics, raise your hands.
Actually, I want to know, who here finds Star Rail farming easier than in Genshin?
By far.
That is true, because between being the 6-piece set in total and having the 2 separate artifact systems, essentially, because we're farming both from the simulated universe and from whatever domain you chose to challenge for your character. And on the whole, we do end up having to do, I think, probably more farming. And also there's more points for optimization there in like what combination of 2 sets and 2 effects are you looking for. Which I think is also maybe part of why I at least feel that there's a bit more variability right now in the builds that people are using for Honkai characters, and what people feel is the best build for a Honkai character. So I'm also kind of curious if we like or don't like the Honkai auto relic feature. Oh yeah, who uses the auto relic feature? Raise your hand if you use the auto relic feature on characters you actually play. I don't know. Really? Yeah. I'm seeing some answers.
I even know.
Please, go ahead.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the
That was an excellent question.
that item in a sense. And it's not like, oh yeah, you get it every 3 months. No. You get it like every month or so, or an event, or any time. It's more accessible to you, so it makes it more easier for you to grind in a sense. So it doesn't feel like an actual chore.
As long as you actually make a point to use it and not just hoard it, which is what my instinct is always to do, because what if I need it late? Alright, we're gonna move on to pulling. And our favorite part of the game, right everyone?
Alright, so who are my whales?
Thank you for supporting the game.
And your whales. Who are my free-to plays? Who are my different dolphins? So you will get the
dolphin,
monthly,
yeah.
you spend your credit card with us.
Dolphin. I'm a dolphin. I retired, but I'm a dolphin.
Okay, now, so that's based on something that you can control, which is money. Who here has been unlucky enough to reach hard pity, the 90 hard pity?
The what?
Oh, I'm so ready.
Even though everyone can reach that.
Hard.
Okay, and who here has pulled 2 5 stars in the same multi? Only you mentioned. Okay, alright. Same concept. Yeah, so Startup is a gacha game, so it is free to play, and that is how they draw you in, and then how you get new characters and weapons and So, for those who don't know, the good thing about Star Rail is it has a skinny system because there are some gotcha games out there where you can just pull it, and spending money and grinding to your death, and you still won't get anything good. You still won't get a buy something. But in Star Rail, the max that you can pull is before like it takes pity on you if they did 5-star.
I got her at 12, so I got her like really quick.
For like even less, I think it's like 75. Wow, the system doesn't like me talking about luck and gotcha. Okay, alright, noted. Moving on quickly, and then I did just want to say that what's nice about Star Rail is, so unfortunately, when you do pull on a character there, or when you pull for a character, even when you hit that max 90, there is a chance, there's a 50-50 chance. That's why you might hear people saying, oh, I lost 50-50. Because there's a 50-50 chance that you actually pull the 5-star that you want, that's on the banner, or you lose the 50-50 and you pull a one of the standard characters which are available all the time. And you know, some of these standard characters I would say are not as good as others, and I feel like in the gotcha game everyone has that one standard character that is constant and keeps coming home no matter what banner you pull on or how often you pull. You just keep grabbing their copies, and yeah, they're the biggest characters.
I think I mean, we can't know this with 100% certainty because Mihoyo is not going to tell us. But people have looked at the numbers, and we think that Honkai Star Rail has a slightly better than 50-50 chance of pulling your bandit character. That it's more like, it was a 54%, which is, you know, a small percent, but I will take it.
So yeah, so that is the work.
Yeah, we've got one here.
Sorry, go ahead.
Hello. On the subject of 56. I'm interested to see other people's background because the last thing I was Kaufman's first pick.
Oh.
And I'm on a losing streak.
Oh my
I also
goodness.
lost 2 out of 3 left.
I am so sorry.
Yeah, who did you get?
Yeah, what did you get? Were you haunted by one person in particular, or was that random?
Yeah, that's the episode.
Good luck.
Good luck.
We hope your curse doesn't manage to break their actual
He's talking about it.
Who here has a pulling ritual? Pulling rituals? Favorite spots?
I have like pictures of the candles and everything.
Oh, for me, I like to go probably. I like to go, maybe it's, I know off the spot for a lot of people is that balcony in Kanakoni, where you met Firefly. I can say anything more than that.
Do we have another question here? Oh my God.
Nothing wrong with him.
Yeah. Oh no.
What is
Sorry, I feel like it's the
Purpose?
worst standard character to guess.
2.5.
I think the panelists are going to fight now, actually.
Somewhat
Okay,
spoiled,
who
but
here thinks that Genshin is the worst standard
not.
character?
Honestly, but
I'm a violator. I'm a violator. I'm sorry.
it's a little tragic.
She's cute. I love her
Water
character. I
dragon
don't.
grandma.
I somehow died.
Honkai or water dragon?
With her. So it's probably that I'm bad at Honkai, but I'll look at
Small
her.
dragon girl.
Let's look at one more question before we get on to the next slide. Go ahead.
You were mentioning about the rituals. But you know the language and I really stop my answer.
Well, we wish you all the most luck on the next banner.
I also get into cosplay to do my pulls, and it's horrible because when I have a full cosplay, I get early and it's my first head pull, and I'm like, wow, I just put on this wig, I put this outfit, I put my makeup on, and you just come right away. Like, what is this? Like, this video's gonna last 5 seconds. Thank you. Great, now you get another one.
That's so interesting that you mentioned the cosplay also because for me, sometimes what I'll do is like because I live stream. So and sometimes people in my community will ask me, hey, can you like stream my polls for me? Like it's not stream a lot. So for really popular banners, what I'll do is I'll dress up as Himiko. And then I will poll for my viewers, and when I'm in that cosplay, and if I lose the 50-50 to Himiko, then the deal is that I get one of the biggest combo. So, because I'm not just in the wrong place for that, I love that.
Yes, what does our stellar data say?
When I first got the suit, I had to learn
Oh, that's amazing. The cosplay works. So, I think on that topic of pulling and how many times we sometimes have to pull and how much of a grind this can be, we wanted to give you guys some tips and tricks. And the first one here is what do we do when we're short on stellar jades? You know, swipe credit card. But before we swipe credit card, this panel encourages responsible spending. So instead, we're going to encourage, you spend many hours of your life playing this game responsibly. So again, we're a little cut off here, but simulated universe, of course, you gotta do your weeklies. Making sure you're all caught up with the story, you can run all of your chests, solve your puzzles, catch your trotters, but there's a few other ones. Make sure that you always get your gift codes. I don't think we have any up right now. It's true, we could have pulled them up. But yeah, make sure that you're checking those gift codes when they update because the rewards are good but limited time. And I have more than once just barely missed them and kicked myself over it. And also the daily check-in. It's not much, but it is something, and the rewards are pretty good. So do your daily check-in as well. The out of game one, the web page one, which you can find on the Hoyo pages.
Yeah, on the Hoyo app, and if you download the app, okay, I swear I'm not the show for Hoyo or something, but if you download the app, you can actually get a notification every day to remind you because I always forget.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's
A good few days.
And then also I wanted to also mention that I know a lot of people forget that every month Hong Kong has a shop where you can use in-game currency to buy 5 what are they called? 5
Express
yeah, 5
tickets.
passes. Yes, thank you. Yeah, 5 of the limited passes and then 5 of the standard passes. And then there are a few other like ways to earn J's outside of the game. Again, I stream a lot on Twitch, so I swear I'm not sure. But you can actually, for anyone here, like you don't even have to like watch live streams regularly. But if you go on Twitch and you connect your Honkai Star account, and then you just go to any streamer's like channel, and you like just you don't even have to watch it like actively. Just have it on in the background or like on your second monitor or whatever. And if you watch content for like an hour, like you can get some J's as well and some other like credits, like love maps, and that's every patch. So yeah,
And you can, support our streamers. And if you're really Jade Crew, you can scroll through the achievements and go hunt achievements, which is what I do. As a free-to-play Games Combat, I will happily hunt achievements before I hunt monsters.
Anytime we're on a patch drop, sometimes I'll do, okay, which achievements I can take from there just to get a really fun, a little bit more just before the polls with the Fed. And right now, I'm at like 600 on those in a sense, and it's like, that's why we were just looking for
about the sport.
We also have some tips and tricks for you with out-of-game resources
I know
for building. Yeah, so just a disclaimer, these sites and platforms here are not, we are not associated with any of them officially, or they are not officially associated with Coilverse, but
Akron
I know
top
that
tier,
a lot of players, included, sometimes you just don't know what you're doing. You don't know what is the best relic that's for a character. You don't know what main stats you want to build on them. So, but there are experts out there who test and who figure this out for us. So some of the resources that we as the panelists use for building and for not even just for like in-game like guides, but also just like news about what's coming up, what's expected to like patch. Kutzing means is really, I know it's Kutzing, which is a Genshin reference, but they are third members from Genshin who like test thoroughly and release detailed guides for all the characters. Game 8, they also have guides, but they also have news for every patch, what to expect, events that are happening. Private, Honkai.gg also have pretty detailed guides. And yeah, there are, again, theory crafters and guide makers out there. You can find them on YouTube. Some content creators that specialize in building content. So yeah, they're all out there. Okay, and then here's some fun resources. I don't know who here has heard of Anka before, but okay, so yeah, okay. Great, okay. So for all y'all social gamers who love to compare stats with your friends, or you just want to show off sometimes, Enka is a great way to do that. Basically, what it is it is a reference to Enkanomium from Genshin, but what it is it allows you to connect your Starbuild profile. So whichever characters you have listed on your profile, like your Starbuild companions, and it actually compiles all the displayable information. So like their level, what life code you have on them, the relics that you have on them, the stats and the sub-stats, and it all compiles it into one little card or one graphic that you can share with your friends. And all they need is your UID. So again, just a great way to put yourself out there, and, or like maybe you don't want to show off, maybe you need some help from someone, so they don't even have to like look at your profile or log the game. They can just send them that.
I do also want to say that, as much as we all love, we all want to be good at the games we're playing, what good at the game looks like can be different for everyone. And that just because the guy says that, this is the best build, if you prefer playing another one, or you're satisfied with the build that, doesn't quite match at all, that's fine. These are single-player games for the most part. And the point is to have fun and be putting your time, your energy, your attention, your money into whatever is going to spark the most joy in your play. So, don't feel like you're a worse player, or you're not as good, or you're not, really into Honkai if you're not, like, devoted to getting the perfect build. Because, there's lots of ways to play a game, and the games are at the heart about us having a good time.
Yeah, that's true.
I was going to say, in terms of any Oilverse game, there's always usually two things that actually drag you into the game. One being the beautiful characters and designs in a sense, but it's also the deep lore that's actually in the games themselves. That actually will make you curious. What will be the next piece in this puzzle? How does it actually all connect together in the game? And Honkai's Summerall does a beautiful job with this, where it actually dives even deeper, building their universe in a sense, with every single piece interconnecting in a sense, where we would have like databases of like records, documents by various different planets, all that we don't even not see in like the story goals in the sense, but it actually builds into a whole like a picture in the sense. And not only that, you can also see like various different characters actually connect, interact with each other in the sense. Build that narrative on that character, using those characters in 3D development that actually flesh you and you basically get some days in that sense. But I would say we have also very theories that would intertwine like those descriptions with sense, where they would tell you like every time you can see like a light bulb, you can see like a certain scene of that character basically experiencing that moment. And it's either to be beautiful but also tragic in the sense that sometimes. I was going to say, you can see for example, having a wonderful cup of tea with like a couple of old friends, but it ends bittersweet. But I won't say that just yet, though. And sorry, just one more thing. And also, we have Singly Universe that's also diving into the universe. We have Paradigm and all the geniuses that basically making their universe in a sense. But they have small tidbits here and there of like all the ELs basically building up their stories in a sense. But I would say, given the master craftsmanship of all the universe games, they're not just one individual game, they're all interconnected. I was going to say, have any of you guys ever questioned yourself? If you look at the imaginary symbol, what is that? Can anybody answer that? Yes, it's the imaginary tree, as you see right there. Usually, whatever's named usually keep like very different motifs that would be interconnected to each other in the sense, branching out. One being one called the imaginary tree. Multiple different universes that we have as we do for the multiple games. We have one called C elements in the sense like this. So you get one side, and you go from there. But then it's also very different references of very small tidbits in the sense, which is like, oh yeah, this was from Honkai Impact, or this one would be from like, oh, Genshin, like for example, like when you go to a railing in the sense, it's like, oh yeah, familiar character saying, oh yeah, how would you explore this later? Or you would have different, characters like give a certain moment of like, oh wait, I know you at some point in the sense. And it was like, it's just interesting to see how very different characters would be laugh in the sense, or be brought up in the sense. For example, we have our dear Well in the sense, the great soul that he is, leaping between the universes in the sense. But he has a certain friend that he's basically dragging along in that sense. Or we have, like, for example, Kimiko, even though that she's not the same one for Impact in the sense, but it's more there's elements that are interconnected. Or even, especially for those ones who are enjoying Aberon, there would be like, there is also references of like, oh, maybe it was, maybe she connected to this in the sense, or that sense. And it makes you question, think of what are actually the elements that are all bringing it all together. Oh yeah, and also we have to get that we are the house of memes, and we know it in the sense. We love our Easter eggs, memes, of like, oh yeah, the devs are basically just having fun, basically trying to break the game, and you'll see like, oh, a certain moment, like, oh yeah, you just go to a random hotel and you see two kids, then you're not gonna leave, you're gonna stay here forever, and just end up doing the shining one-to-one. Or you would see like, oh, something meme worthy, like, oh yeah, you're the imposter. Or like you see other things of real world examples in the sense, like for example, the metaverse in the sense, or like references to very different pop culture, like for example, the Matrix in the sense, red pill or blue pill. But I'm gonna open the mic to anyone here and say like, oh. Okay. Sorry, I see we're running out of time. I will, wait on, let one here.
Yes, blue pill is
I was going to say, he's doing Michael Jackson moves in the sense, if you tell me.
Blue Hill? Blue Hill?
I don't know, probably. I don't even know what that is.
Alright, so what we thinking here about
Like tablet.
So Oilmix is me having a music studio and they're responsible for all soundtracks of their games. So Stargirl has a universe collection that includes different things and all different things. So in
Really?
Yeah, Toyomi stuff.
The Toyomi.
The music series, like all the music from the games.
So I never listened. I just know their songs, but
Yeah, they released them on YouTube and stuff.
next door stuff at their party. Is there a raven next door?
I don't know, any kind of like going on, so.
Next door's too loud.
I think he's just not talking that loud. Voice is all low. I mean, basically, at least if you're more anime shorts.
Stay here. Who? Yeah, she's here somewhere. She's gone. I'm gone. We left her in the site. I'm hungry. You hungry too? Are you hungry?
Honestly, I don't really care much. I can do whatever, to be honest. You guys have anything interested in me?
Anything that's so meal.
I have no idea. I don't know if I can have here.
Harvey's worst. I see someone bad in my face because I'm watching. I can tell you. Concert. Yeah. Actual concert with people? Yeah.
You mean the orchestra? Are you talking about like the orchestra? Symphony orchestra? They don't really have a proper concert. I think you're talking about the symphony, right? Yeah.
Oh, the orchestra. What did they say? I think it's in Korea or something. They have like Honkai Cafe or something. I think it's in Korea. Seoul? Shanghai. Did you go there? Shanghai, because they have like cafes, Honkai cafes. Like maybe 2 years from now.
A lot of stuff like that. A lot of countries where, like China,
Or I guess it is based off. But they moved to Singapore.
I know they're pretty popular in
Probably not.
Not very much here in the West.
You think so? And North America, I guess.
No, North America, we don't get like Florida. We get the games, we don't get any of
I said that was my coach track, and every time I opened my coach, I stabbed in the heart again. Yeah, basically.
The only way is like the Honkai people get more bigger and do events like that. Like there's no representative here. Should be like in the North American representative.
You have to go for stations. I guess it's not popular. No, it's popular.
Yeah, we go work in that. The bridge from China to North America.
Okay, guys, in time, I'm going to be trailblazing through all these slides right now, so we better hang on to your little yellow butts in a sense. So right now, for the future, we're going to look forward to what the story is going to be given to us in a sense. Those were definitely spoiled by white years here, but right now to TLDR, after the hotel, we had that family basically trying to control ourselves, control our
Left, yeah.
Right now, we have a certain gambling boy that has been reporting, listening to all the plans that have been happening.
You should have just
So
walked
now we
away.
give the opportunity for the IPC, our investors right here to come keeping adventure in this and basically maybe try to take the
I got up to like the
and
Chinese
we
place.
want to see what institutions we might get for the IPC.
I think I got the
characters like for
I
example,
don't even
Diamond, Opal, in a sense, and we're all Jeff in a sense. But we might have chance that we might actually go even further. We might go to the opposite
I have no
headquarters
content,
instead.
so good.
But we also have some connection. As nameless in a sense, we are also connected to another person called Oswaldo in a sense. So he's a really cocky, certain kind of guy who wants to try to at least make those investments, but not in the best ways in a sense. So right now we will try to figure out, what is his deal in a sense? How do you connect that? As well as we can't forget a certain annihilation gang that we just somehow just never went back to. Because they definitely have a tail coming in the sense, though, but we have to wait for that. But also, we have great potentials if we go into that ending percent of this part. We have chances that we can explore, like potential worlds in the sense, like an oceanic planet in the sense. We can see try to see an island planet that's all about the beauty in the sense. Or we can basically just go to another planet filled with antimatter in the sense and try to fix what those planets are though. But then we have with each new planet we have a new potential for as trailblazers to grow, to develop, to become new, better people in the sense. But in that same sense, we have the chance to encounter another Aeon in the sense and get a new path in the sense. So I want to hear from everyone here, as I'm basically listening to these out, which one would you prefer to have the next trailblazing attribute be? So those who want an erudition trailblazer from the Genius Society, scream right now! Yeah, everyone be quiet. Okay. Speaking about funny, I was going to say, we might ask you to pull around in a different planet for morning truth in a sense, and ask you maybe have a little laugh with aha in a sense. So I was going to say, let's hear, if anybody wants to hear an annihilation trailblazer. Okay. As well as given what we had with Black Swan being one with the Garden collection, we might have a chance to ask you dive deeper in the sense and ask you maybe get a remembrance trailblazer. So I want to hear who would be interested in a remembrance trailblazer. Okay. But in that same sense, we're all following our different paths in the sense. We're all trying to reconnect with all the bonds that we had in the sense, all the different friends we do. So maybe we might, in the filler patches, we might actually go back to those planets that we have visited so far and actually maybe have some fun events though again. As well as we will also be continuing the story to basically follow the trail on the super rail and see the style run, see how they're basically screwing up all these diamonds in a sense. And we might clash with our fellow style run hunters in a sense and see how this Elio story basically pans out in the end. But in the end of the trail, we always have one mystery in a sense, and basically we reach to the end of the road. And as trailblazers, we're always trying to follow Machiavelli's path in a sense.
I love the character
And
design.
we see what they have in store
Yes, I
in
like
that
fantasy
idea.
more than sci-fi.
But now that will be for another time later in a sense. Right now, we just got to trailblaze in a sense and keep moving
Probably
forward.
didn't get added to it.
And of course, the game is not just online on mobile and PC. We get some in-person events as well for Star Rail. Just to give you an example, Otakuthon last year we had a collaboration where you had to cut out some of the characters and take selfies with them and then get stickers. And who says no to free stuff?
And also, I want to remind everyone, remember, at every Hoyoverse game, it is not a sprint, it's a marathon. You enjoy the game at your own pace. You try to make your story, your experience, because this is you in a sense. This is you as a trailblazer, making your story, making your mark. Exactly.
Find everything there on the way there.
In every trash can.
So so have fun with the offline events. The more you support the offline events, the more there's chances of having offline events, and they're really fun. For example, we might soon have hopefully in-person Honkai Star Rail concert, which will also be cool. Genshin, they're doing in-person concerts, so music here is also starting really hard. So we might have concerts soon one day, so it'll be fun. And I just want to thank everyone who's coming. Happy trailblazing. If you would like our social media, it is on your screen.
I was going to say, before everyone leaves, I was going to say, I'm going to be asked for a selfish request in the sense here. Is it possible that I can get everyone up in the front who's going to do a quick selfie in the sense, just to celebrate everyone's passion to stay this long? You guys are wonderful!